ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing.
Hello guys. Welcome.
Hampir tiap minggu tuh selalu bikin stok sambal bawang ini karena fungsinya tuh banyak banget, nggak cuma buat sambal makan tapi juga bisa untuk masak-masak yang lainnya. Jadi pertama di blender aja semua bahannya ini pakai chopper dan juga CR100 yang mempunyai pisau ganda dan mesin tornado. Jadi buat nge-blender bahan-bahan makanan tuh cepat banget ya. Pertama tumis dulu bawang putihnya ini sampai harum, baru disusul cabenya. Buat bumbunya simpel, pakai kaldu bumbu, garam sama lada kurang lebih sekitar 1/4 sampai setengah sendok teh lah ya. Jadi tinggal dimasak-masak aja, kemudian jadilah sambal.
Hello guys, welcome. Fine,
A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts.
okay, bentar.
It was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
Kita nyari binatang buat pelihara.
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
I suspect you are the one who has been interfering with a rather personal matter. Nice statues and the books contained therein were placed as they were for good reason. You should not meddle in the personal affairs of others.
I don't think Mr. Pemberton meant to use his own station. He knows something about those demiguise moons. He's in Hogsmeade, apparently. Perhaps I shall pay him a visit.
Berges. Kabur-kaburan.
Revelio.
Yes.
You got one.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Jauh kah? Jauh cuy. Oh, kita terbang aja lah ya. Mau mapnya belum loading. Burung kah?
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow-flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
Okay.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
Levioso. Ini. Lah. Levioso. Ya harusnya kan Levioso kan ini. Kyo sih. Bukan Levioso.
Accio.
Nice.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Jobernol.
I rescued a Jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your Jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
Berapa jauh? Oh, dekat.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
Oh, semalam cuy.
Accio.
Dapat guys, nice.
I'll look after you.
One try.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Balik ke room.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of?
Jadi gede.
Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. meet you inside when you're ready.
Oh my god.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Deke thinks you are doing good work here.
Satu lagi mana burung?
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom.
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Hah? Conjure an enchanted room. What that mean? Sini aja lah. Oh. Oh, nice. gue pakai apa? Iya kan? Dulu. Ini oke, udah Venom. What the? Ini bagus. Barda Mandrake. Kau sini sih. Keren. Cuy, kok gini sih? Ini gue pakai kan? Ini. Oh, buat upgrade cuy. Oh damn, nice. Ini ya.
That came out nicely. I should show Deke.
Nice.
I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Bentar guys, bentar. Okay.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Jangan dimakan guys. Aduh. Kita quest a friend indeed. Ini siapa nih? Seronan Raya. Kayaknya udah ada deh. Alhamura. Kita set quest dulu, set quest. Panas.
Does it get any more cozy than
Takut
Hogsmeade?
guys. Pemberton.
Those statues took time and effort.
Buset. Bro.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're quite clever.
Oh, thank you. A lot of craftsmanship and care went into them. I assume.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am.
Oh,
At
dia
the
yang
request
bikin
of Mr. Moon.
patung
I received your
bulan
owl
tu.
on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Huh, hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
Mr. Moon does a good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was an old schoolmate of yours, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, we had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must go and congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit to my old friend.
Siapa nih? Oh, Sebastian cuy. Nah, kan untung udah sininya apa namanya buat set poinnya ya.
Wonder who lives here.
Di atas ya.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Dekat banget.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, Mom.
I wish you well.
Thank you. I wish you well too.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes. Sebastian's friend. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne.
Percayalah,
And the
kita pasti
goblins
bisa
aren't
nyembuhin
likely
si
to
Anne.
explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit, I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
Mana yuk?
They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at this abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Alhamdulillah.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
Kutukannya di sana. Ini kayaknya kita kayaknya seru kali ya rewatch Harry
How much
Potter.
longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it.
Tadi tuh kayak ada kayaknya api deh, incendio.
Sendo!
Accio! Glacier! Confringo! Accio!
Mandrake.
We'll make you pay.
Leviosa!
I'm a goblin, not a...
Airborne.
Let's get this over with. Do you think this is funny?
Incendio.
I'm afraid of heights. You've made your last mistake.
Ini kah yang ngasih curse? Tampol gitu.
You're such arrogance. I won't rest.
Incendio.
I won't rest.
Incendio.
Oh, little moon calf. Far from... Oh, that was meant for me? Not quite.
I won't rest.
I confess, that was a bit more than I'd
Revelio.
I tried to warn you.
Bro. Sini kah?
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't
Pasti
even
lagi
give her
ini
a
baik
chance
hati
to
ya,
run.
kata orang.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering away. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle.
Rookwood
Shall we have a look
Castle.
around?
Oh, kita ke Rookwood Castle
They
ya?
seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything. I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
Oke. Oh, ini tuh Rookwood
It's a
Castle.
wonder the ministry isn't doing more.
Dihancur gini ya.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago.
Ya bantu dong
But that's all I
investigate.
ever heard.
Revelio.
Taking a closer look at the house itself.
Ah, dapat. Apa nih? Oke, ini apa nih? Ini dong.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was
Photo?
cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Apa
Give
nih?
me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Oh, yang pas bikin pertama itu kah? Yang apa? Yang ketua founder Hogwarts.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor. Hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Revelio.
Mana ni?
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Confringo! Revelio.
I travel to learn, but I want to help my internet, blah 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 blah.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
So?
Confringo! You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
Revelio. A journal entry of Isadora's. I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come.
Okay, let's go.
I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Kosong. Apa tuh?
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not? Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Cian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Okay. In the shadow of this estate. Nggak ada lagi, ini doang. Broomstick.
Sometimes it seems all...
Button Castle. After dark. Do not tell anyone.
Glad you came.
Revelio.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favor for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Jauh juga ya. Untung udah ada set travel ya. Nice, nice.
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer. I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. a bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk clumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
I would like to help.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk clumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk clumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk clumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Beres kah? Oh, belum. Masuk gua lagi.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned. Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk clumps while I'm there. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the hawk clumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or
Geminus baru saja memberikan 100.000. Rock and roll never die.
Om Ji, makasih. Makasih Om Ji. Oh my god, thank you.
Rest easy, my large friend.
Thank you Om Ji. Aduh. Thank you. Mau filenya ada. Download aja. Nanti dikirim ya.
Revelio. Confringo.
Ada. Nanti ke Discord. Satu.
This must be Sorona's box of letters.
Dua. Dua. Satu lagi.
Revelio.
I should take this box.
Dah.
I think that's everything.
Oke.
Sorona will be glad to have this back.
Thank you, Om J. Kok itunya nggak update ya?
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Kok nggak bisa? Oke. Lah, nggak bisa cuy. What? Ini kan? Ya ampun, aneh. Mapnya belum kebuka. Oh, nggak bisa ini. Aduh. Oh, kirain mapnya. Ternyata nggak bisa pakai ini. Nggak bisa terbang. Shalun. Ini kan Hogsmeade ya. Makanya aneh.
He'll see it was a mistake. Parting ways with me.
Talk about taking down that troll in the village circle.
Ini kan?
You certainly made an impression.
Hello, Sorona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some Horklums for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Set mission. Quest. Tak. Astronomicus Haikip. Wingardium Leviosa. Oke, kita misi utama dulu. Tuh, ini nggak bisa, cuy. Nggak bisa masuknya. How? Coba ya. Itu kan masalah misi utama. Tapi kenapa di itu mapnya nggak masih abu-abu gitu? Terus misi apa yang harus dijalanin gitu kan? Aneh.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade? castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Coba bisa nggak nih? Oh bisa cuy. Bentar. Ininya belum. Kok bisa ya? Tadi nggak bisa. Kemarin. Iya, aneh. Dalam nggak?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included. Can you help?
Nanti.
Over here, quietly. I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And one other thing. Harlow mentioned you to his colleagues. They did not mistake you for someone else, did they?
No, they didn't. Rookwood and Harlow are after me.
Why did you lie to me? And what do they want with a Hogwarts student?
Professor Fig told me to keep things quiet, but I know I can trust you, Natty. Rookwood and Harlow want something Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Grimgotts?
Just before I came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it. And I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know it's a lot to take in.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it's safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. And we can help to take them down for good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Okay.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible.
Barbar lah, ngapain
Harlow is here
quiet.
after all.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Banyak chest nih.
I wonder what that does.
Confringo.
Accio. That didn't work. Perhaps
Incendio.
Fools.
Of course.
Also.
That did it.
Accio.
Ke oh sini.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Nggak bisa.
Revelio.
Ada lagi ya? Ini chest.
Confringo. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Nah.
Revelio.
Satu doang. Mana lagi deh? Mau coba terbangin ya.
Leviosa.
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Matty.
Masuknya gimana itu?
Revelio.
Oke, ada jalan lain.
Dead end. Must be another way in.
Accio.
That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Kebuka?
Confringo. Accio.
What?
Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Accio.
Wait, what?
Depulso. Accio.
Ah.
Well done. I will be right up.
Ayah.
I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
Hello, amor.
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hollow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get...
I hear them.
Yeah, restrain the beast.
Oh, ini apa namanya yang burung? Oh, yang kaki gitu cuy.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Get this thing back to
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Let's go.
Blasted!
Ya
There's gotta
elah,
be
ada
another way to
aja.
get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Revelio.
Why gitu?
I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
That curiosity young people tend to nurture never ends well, does it?
Apa nih?
Depulso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Harusnya di sini kan?
Not the
Nice.
safest place to sneak into.
Itu orang.
Depulso.
Confringo.
Waduh, ketahuan cuy.
Glacius. Confringo.
You're embarrassing. I'll pay that one for.
Incendio.
No! Potato! Confringo.
Shield on, Presupto.
Iya, jatuh dong.
Aloha Mora. Revelio.
Masuknya kemana? Oh, ini.
I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
Aloha Mora.
Ambil chest, ambil chest. No.
You're going home in a wooden box! Levioso!
Doang. Sabar dong. Sabar woi.
The flame leaper! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Glacier! Confringo! Incendio!
Hajar kau.
Aloha Mora.
Aloha Mora.
Revelio.
Ini apa cuy? Ayolah. Ini 20 doang juga. Atas, jalan ke atas. Oh itu.
Highwing, it's all right. There we go.
There you are.
Come on.
Aloha Mora.
Hurry.
Ya elah. Ih, apa ada kadabra cuy? Buset. Apa ada kadabra loh?
Ho! Ho!
Asik.
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning from an unscheduled run.
It's incredible, isn't it?
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
Item loh, ini binatang loh, item.
No need to race now, my friend. Faster, Highwing!
What? Sebelum kriya tuh apa? Oke, asrama kelas. Where is it? Okay. Last guys, last quest sebelum end stream.
This filter is supposed to give you a natural faceless.
Pelajaran terakhir bahasa Inggris di kelas 1248. Sekarang sudah kosong.
Ada bro.
Mak kau hijau bro. Mak kau hijau bro. Why is it taking so long to think? I think our opponent right is like doing all the calculation
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Oh, hello.
Ah.
And you're reading.
Apa nih?
Still,
Kita
you
doang
have
lihat
your
topi.
own. You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Widih.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the highlands from which they gazed
Kedinginan nggak tuh?
millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
Incendio.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night of
The perfect night for... Oh, Revelio. Hello again.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I'd expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes, what is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
No need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Itu ngerinya banget.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
Wah, dia aja takut ya.
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
Incendio.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh no.
Look,
not this
there's
close
the
to
table.
school, Amit.
I think you should do the honors. Go on.
Mana makanya?
sir. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart.
Ini kayaknya. Balik. Nah.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You're welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
Oke, quest beres. Tinggal ini nanti lah ya. Lanjut lagi. Sekarang kita balikin dulu kan. Mau bobok dulu, mau bobok.
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him.
Confringo.
Meet me at his home.
Guys, mungkin segitu aja dulu ya. Thank you Om Ji udah nyawer. Thank you udah nonton, thank you yang udah mampir. So, sampai jumpa di next episode, oke? Dan bye bye.